Black Mafia family. What happened? A timeline of the history of the Black Mafia family. The timeline of the BMF story from CL reporting. 1990s BMF operated a drug ring since the 1990s and early 2000s. BMF operated from hubs in Los Angeles led by Terry Southwest Flenory and in Atlanta led by Demetrius, also known as Big Meech Flenory. Atlanta served as a distribution hub for medicine and money, while the Los Angeles hub handled incoming shipments from Mexico. They had 2 additional hubs in Detroit and St. Louis. Welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for more news about your favorite celebs. Huge shipments of cocaine were shipped across the country in limousines, campers, and other vehicles with hidden apartments. BMF Atlanta's culture has focused on the importance of the ultimate crime of news and the fast-paced lifestyle offered to members. BMF was able to continue operating despite numerous attempts indicted because prosecutors had difficulty finding witnesses willing to testify against BMF. And if they did, they would remain anonymous. Early 2000s years ago, a bullet hit Southwest T's eye and the doctor botched the operation. T reaches an agreement and opens an auto transport service in Detroit, which later becomes the transportation system for distributing cocaine throughout the country. BMF operated 5 warehouses in the Atlanta area. Notable places: the gate on Roswell Road near Chevron. The elevator officers couldn't find exact location. The boulevard vehicles arrived every 10 days with 100 to 150 kilos of cocaine, packaged in secret compartments. Customers who had ordered called and said their vehicle was ready depending on the size of the order. They would be routed to a specific warehouse. Stop and hand over $5,000 of cash and bundles. Coca-Cola sold for $20,000 per kilo. Vehicles would be filled with cash and sent back to Mexican suppliers. The DEA begins to suspect that the crew, not yet called BMF, is transporting huge quantities of cocaine through Atlanta, Detroit, and Los Angeles. Fall September 7, 2003, 2 men were robbed by intruders at a townhouse on Boulevard. Police responded to the burglary and placed a safe the size of a small room in the house containing a single shoe and a single kilo of cocaine. There were likely more drugs in the safe, which were removed before police arrived. March 2004, Big Meech creates the BMF Entertainment label as a front for money laundering and a legitimate business and source of income. End of summer 2004, DEA and Fulton County prosecutors believe BMF is in possession of money laundering proceeds and cocaine in various states and cities. Money laundering: Georgia, $140,000; Missouri, $425,000; Texas, $720,000; medications related to BMF Flagstaff, Arizona. 17 kilos of coke, Crawford County, Arkansas, 27 kilos of coke, St. Louis, 100 kilos, $9 million. October 2005, Big Meech and Southwest T were arrested under the Continuing Criminal Enterprise Act. Agents seized assets worth $21 million, including cash, jewelry, 3 dozen vehicles, and 13 homes in Georgia, Detroit, and Los Angeles. 2006, Big Meech Flenory and the Black Mafia family were the kings of hip-hop, but investigators say they had a darker side. Part 1 of 3B. Loyalty within the Black Mafia family made the alleged drug operation almost impenetrable, but a high-ranking member would break the BMF's code of silence. Part 2 of 3. In the summer of 2005, Demetrius Big Meech Flenory and the Black Mafia family's party got out of hand, and the FBI would be ready to act. Part 3 of 3. 2007, both brothers plead guilty to CCE Detroit after waiting 2 years awaiting trial. Demetrius Big Meech Flenory pleaded guilty November 19 to drug money laundering and operating a continuing criminal enterprise. His plea ended a 15-year investigation into his role in the $270 million cocaine ring, the Black Mafia family. Meech, a 39-year-old hip-hop entrepreneur originally from Detroit who ran the BMF hub in Atlanta, was behind. 2008, both are sentenced to 30 years in prison. Terry Flenory was sent to Oregon prison. May 5, 2020, granted compassionate release due to health concerns and due to efforts by the Federal Bureau of Prisons to release some inmates to limit the spread of COVID-19 in federal prisons. Demetrius Flenory served his sentence in federal prison center in Sheridan, Oregon. He attempted parole on the same terms as his brother, but was denied.